What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Devin checking the video, and today we're talking. So I didn't make a video on Thanksgiving because I was a little bit too busy working, and then I got home, and then I was fucking tired out of my fucking mind, and I went to sleep. I was gonna make a video on it, like on Thanksgiving, but I was like, I kind of gotta wait a little bit and just go through some other things. So I already made a video yesterday, so I'll just make a video today. Happy belated Thanksgiving. I'm already late to the party by a day, but still late to the party nonetheless. I already made a video, so I was like, I'm not gonna make a video again in the same vein because it'd take too much. I just wanted to say like what I was thankful for, you know, kind of do that because I've always made a video on Thanksgiving talking about what I was thankful for. I always talk about specific things on holidays and stuff as well, especially ones that have a little bit more of a connection towards. I always hate whenever I like talk to people about like holidays and stuff and they move on to like, oh man, I can't wait for Christmas. What about Thanksgiving though, right? Like Thanksgiving's like, to me, that shit slaps. Thanksgiving's like one of the best holidays you could possibly fucking have. I just love Thanksgiving, but I didn't do anything this year. Go to any families, I didn't go to any friends, I didn't get any food. I just kind of went to work and then I went home and I went to sleep. Kind of sucked. I am going to be doing something like a friend's Thanksgiving soon, but that's about as far as the extent goes for that. Maybe next year I might just do something for myself instead, just do a Thanksgiving at my house. I'd rather have that experience on Thanksgiving and actually celebrate the actual holiday. What am I thankful for? Well, I want to say I'm thankful for the friends I've made this year. This year, I've made a lot of really good friends. People that I consider really good friends. Also, not only have I made good friends this year, but I've also, like, solidified the friends that I've had. My friends are, like, they're really important to me. I didn't realize how important they are, but they really are important to me. It's weird. I realize that I'm aging so much. And I'm not saying that I'm a boomer, but I do feel old. I feel wiser, right? I feel like I'm aging like fine wine, right? Which is like, that's awesome. I think that's something I'm thankful for. I'm feeling happier because of it, because it's like, yeah, I can talk to people about certain things. I can conversate to people about certain things. I've matured so much. I don't even feel like I'm 24. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't. I'm 24, but I feel like I'm like 40, right? Like I feel like I've gone through enough shit in life to be done, just be ready to start hanging that shit up. Also, I always do blue. Let me change it to something different, like red. Yeah, let's go red. Let's go red. Fuck it. I always go blue. So I was like, let's go red. But yeah, I always felt I never had a childhood, I never had the chance to really be a kid. I grew up. I had to grow up. I was the oldest sibling. Always had to grow up. Never had time to really like sit down and just enjoy, And in the moments I did, it was very short-lived. I never really had them for too long. Being held accountable for literally everything. Now it's like the more people I meet that are younger than me and stuff, it's like I've become either like, I wouldn't say I become like a father figure. I feel like the big brother kind of thing, right? I feel that. And I've always grew up being the big brother, but like I really do feel like I'm like the big brother, right? I'm like, I'm the older brother, or I'm like the responsible one in most cases. I go to work, I do my job, I come home, I chill with my friends sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just come home and just go straight to sleep. I feel like I'm aging. Like some people, like, they look at me and they view me as a friend and stuff. And some people think of me as a younger brother, which is rare. It's rare that I have people that are older than me that think of me as someone who's younger than them. But usually those people, they're like either like 10 or 20 years older than me, right? Those are the people that I still find friends that are older than me by that level, and still think of me as like the younger one. But like most of the people I surround myself with, I guess it's just I'm surrounding myself with people that I am older than, and they look at me as someone who's like wiser. And I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I like that shit. That's just cool. Because it's like, I know a lot. I know a lot about life. I know a lot about how to handle it, right? Because I've gone through it. I'm still going through it, right? But I've gone through it, and it's like, I've gone through so much of it. And I've gone through so much shit in my life that's like, I'm only 24, and yet I still haven't seen it all. But I've gone through so much. But I'm thankful for it, Knowing me, I would hate it if I didn't like experience as much as I have. Granted, not all of it was great. Most of it was shit, actually. Like, I would say a good like 10% of it was good, but most of my life has been terrible. But because it's been so terrible and because I strive so hard through it, it's like I got some level of respect for myself because of it. I cherish respect because I treat others, even those who are younger than me, I'll give you respect because I'm like, you know what? I've been in your spot. I was 13, 14 years old, being basically an adult, right? Like, I feel like even my laugh started aging, right? I'm like, like, I feel like I'm gaining that old laugh. I feel like I'm aging, but I'm aging in a good way, right? And I'm happy with that. I'm happy being that kind of person, right? It's something that I guess I enjoy about my life so much is no matter how old I am, I can always be around people no matter what age they are, right? Well, granted, I'm not hanging out with a 5-year-old. I'm just not doing that. I'm not hanging out with a kid, right? Or at least someone that I can see as a child, because they're too young to the world to understand anything that I think about or comprehend, right? So I wouldn't hang out with someone who's like, never understood about the responsibilities of the world or shit like that. I'm not gonna hang out with somebody like that. I don't like to, right? There's people that are my age that don't understand responsibilities and that kind of thing, like growing up, being an adult. I couldn't fathom being around those kind of people, because to me, it's like I've always lived my life being a responsible adult. There's people that I know in my life that's like have been in my life or was in my life at some point, and they've only like just going to school is so hard. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely agree. Being in school is a bitch. But when you start having that sense of independence, even if it's just a little bit of it is enough for me to be like, I can hang out with you. I could talk to you. I can see that you're your own person. And I like hanging around those kind of people. And that's why I love my friends, because my friends have that sense of independence, right? They have that true sense of it. I talk about like, me being like, being older and stuff. And that's true, but there's a lot of times, which I love about doing YouTube and Twitch and that stuff, is it still lets me have that sense of being a child, right? Not fully, but I still get to have those moments. But even behind all of my childness, there's like the adult side of it, right? The adult, the responsible version of myself, right? It's like, yeah, you make videos every day, you stream, you're constantly hanging out with people and stuff, you're doing that, but the back of your head, it's like, what if you could turn it into a job? What if you could make this into a career, right? There's that adult side of it that comes into, but I try not to let my adult side affect this, right? Because like, as much as I like my adult side pushing me to encourage myself to be still youthful in the way that I am, I don't want it to take over that, right? Which is why I always was afraid of ever like being successful at YouTube or being successful on Twitch or being successful. I was afraid of it, because I was like, I feel like I could ruin it. I was like 15, worrying about my credit score. I didn't have a credit score, but I thought about it. I was in fear of my fucking credit score. 15, worrying about my credit score. Granted, you should probably know about credit score at some point, right? And I think that, why not 15? But to the point when I have kids, I would like to, like, while they're like 12, 13, tell them about credit. Make them understand that that's something that's super important. I don't want my kids to like grow up as fast as I did. God, no. I don't think that I don't think any person should be that, because you don't get a chance to enjoy life. But I also don't think that you should be completely ignorant either, right? I feel like some of my friends, I think of like even less than like older brother, but like I see them as like my kids, right? I raised them, seen what you've become as a child, and I feel like I had some influence on that, right? And that kind of gives me like that fatherly feel. I don't have kids, thank God, but I don't have kids, but I feel like I've had that like fatherly instinct. Sit down, son, talk to me, what's going on, right? Like I like that. I like that feeling. I don't have that. It's not that I never had that feeling, or I never had that moment. I had the moment, but I've never had it for an extensive amount of time. For a lot of times, it was like I couldn't talk to anybody about my problems or anything that's going in my mind. I couldn't talk to anybody about that shit. I found YouTube. The more I did it, the more I was like, I kind of connected to that, right? It's like I don't have a direct person to talk to, no, but I have a community that I can talk to, which is like, that's awesome. So like, in some sense, I've aged my YouTube more than I've aged myself. I have a really good community. My community is very supportive, ridiculously supportive. My friends are ridiculously supportive. I think that's something that I cherish so much. I'm so thankful for, is I have people in my life that are so fucking supportive. Fuck. I wish I had that support when I was a fucking kid, but shit, you know what? I'll take it now. I ain't gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. What? I'm gonna say no now. This is the time I needed the most. I'm thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. I'm thankful for the opportunities I had. I could have fucking railed it at life, right? I could have completely fucked over myself, right? I could have stuck in my depression after college, stay at home, living with my mom kind of thing. And no disrespect to those people that are living in this situation. I'm saying, for me, I know for sure I would have just let myself just rot. I would have stopped. All inspiration would have just stopped. But there's people that are still in those situations, but are still striving to get out, right? And I respect that. I respect people that are like, I don't want this living conditions. I don't want to live with my mom. I don't want to live with my parents, right? Not for the rest of my life. I want to do my own thing. And I respect people, even if you have just the drive of it. You got it. You got that. You got that independence. I don't think I could live with people for too long. There's that independence in me where it's like, I want to be able to do it on my own. I mean, I know I could. I'm financially at that point where I could definitely take care of myself. I have a crazy high work ethic. Like, I didn't realize how high it was. It's even crazier to think that, like, working a full-time job, also making videos every fucking day, trying to push streaming into my life, learning the guitar every day, learning a language, learning coding, you know, practicing art. I'm doing all this crazy, ambitious shit, right? And it's like, fuck, I'm crying. I'm thankful for me. You know, I haven't fully finished my goals in life, and no, I have a lot of time. I mean, I think I have a lot of time. I hope I have a lot of time. It would suck if I didn't. I worked enough to be like, yeah, I'm one hard bastard, man. Because no matter what, nothing has put me down enough to say I give up. Nothing on this fucking planet. I've gone through some fucked shit. You ever get cheated on by a girl who invites you to her house and she's fucking your like best friend at the time upstairs? That's some fucked shit. That's terrible. And like the mom knows, so she like hugs me and like tells me to go home and just cry it out and stuff, and like, you know, that's like some weird like hard fuck shit right now. You think like that make me like a incel, but no, I'm still trying. I'm still trying, motherfucker. God damn. You ever get hit by cars over and over and over again and still be able to fucking run my ass to work and run my ass back every day? Some hard fucking shit. Working at a job like 80 hours a fucking week, and yet still maintaining to have a smile on my face and still maintaining to connect with family after I was wronged, and connect to friends even though I was wronged, and still at the end of the day still be a moderately decent person. Gone through a lot of shit and I'm still here. I'm still pushing. And I feel like I have so much more respect for myself the more I think about shit like that. Because I'm like, damn, you know? I'm just a stubborn bastard. I've had family leave. I had friends leave. Shit, I have the same friend group I'm in now. They were gone for a good time. Good, like, year and a half. What is now Collab? I wasn't friends with them. Lost my family, you know, for a good portion. Now I'm, like, reunited with my family entirely. Not entirely, but for those that are there enough to push for it, right? I was able to forgive that whole shit and move on. It was like, no, I'm not gonna let that past shit affect me now. I'm a grown man. I'm thankful for the friends that allowed me to have a second chance as well, right? Because I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I am a broken bitch. I am a broken man, but even a broken man could still stand up. I feel like that's pretty good, being able to still get up and still push forward to be a better person every day. I feel like that's pretty encouraging. Now, even though you're knocked down, you can still get up and try again the next day. I feel like that takes some balls. That takes some fucking balls, some fucking cojones. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the new people I have met in my life, who've also been just as encouraging as the people I've had in my past. And I appreciate that, and I love that. That is amazing. And just to let you know that because of that, you are now engraved into my life. You're not allowed to leave. I'm sorry. That's just it. That's just it. No matter how far you are, you will never be too far for me to forget you. There's friends that I haven't even talked to in a couple months, but I still think about them. They're still there because they've also been there just as stubbornly and as important in my life. You know, my best friend, I haven't talked to her in like October. I still think about her every fucking day, but I'm like, you know what? She's living her life. She's doing her thing. I'm not gonna intrude on that. I'm gonna go say hi. I think that's what I should probably do. I should probably say hi. I'm just thankful to be alive. I used to always say that, like, cause someone's asked me how I'm doing. I'm like, I'm alive. And I still kind of say that sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to that. I still say it. Even though I'm just alive and I'm living to just be alive, I'm thankful that I am. It gives me more opportunity for new experiences. It gives me more things to be thankful for. And that's why I feel about Thanksgiving. To be thankful for shit instead of just constantly being upset about life. Life is shit. Don't get me wrong. It is terrible in a lot of ways, but within that terribleness there is some good. There is some solid good shit, right? Some good gems, you know. Some fucking amazing gems in there. All right. Before I start hearing crying and weeping around here, shit, I'm gonna end this video. I hope I don't make anybody cry or anything. It's not worth crying for. But thank you for being here and supporting me. And still to this fucking day, somehow, thank you for still supporting me. And I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Later.